Hey look, it's Catching Fire, a book in the popular Hunger Games series written by K.A. Applegate. Speaking of catching fire, I've caught on fire before. The experience was a lot like the Kings of Leon song Sex on Fire. It was awful. It was a weekend and past 5 p.m., yet I still had not left my bed. After 8 hours of just hating life, I finally summoned the strength to face the world and went downstairs to my kitchen. My brother was cooking food on the stove and I felt too cold, so I leaned up against the stove for warmth. You can probably guess how this is going to turn out. My back was getting too warm, so I moved away from the stove and noticed my back was not cooling down. In fact, it was getting much warmer. I look over my shoulder and see a flame just coming off my back, which is, you know, not something you really see every day. It's at this point in the story where everybody always says, "Why don't you just stop, drop, and roll, Zach? Come on, Zach." You know, it's not one of my finer moments. I'll be the first to admit that. I learned about that in like kindergarten, so it's not like it's fresh in my mind. When you're on fire, you don't think, what was that thing I learned when I was little that puts out fires? No, you're thinking, oh my god, I'm on fire! Maybe if they would have lit all the kids on fire once a year in school and told them to stop, drop, and roll, then I would have learned my lesson, but I didn't, and it's in the past. So at this point, my shirt is fully engulfed in flame, and I'm standing next to a sink. To dig myself deeper into the idiot hole, I ran the other way. Here are the stories of my dad, who thank God was in the kitchen the same time as me. I screamed out for him in pure terror, and in a flash, he pushed me to the ground and grabbed my shirt, which, remind you, is on fire. He grabbed it with his hands, clenched it, and ripped it off me. And he burnt his hands pretty badly trying to save me. Hey Dad, what did you first think when you saw me on fire?
I couldn't just let an internet celebrity burn to death in my kitchen. Not on my watch.
Afterwards, I took a pain pill and started watching The Office to try and forget that my skin was bubbling on my back. Truth be told, I was also pretty angry that I ruined a good shirt. Yeah, priorities, I got them. Turns out clothes are very flammable. Who knew? Their story's just more embarrassing than anything because there are just so many different cooler situations where I could have caught on fire. Like say I'm in attendance at a Viking funeral and someone misfires and shoots a firing arrow that becomes lodged in my chest. That, my friend, is metal. But no, that didn't happen to me. You know those circular things that are on your counter that get really hot and are used to make food? Yeah, I put my back on that. If you made it this far, you should give the video a thumbs up. Look, I had to endure second-degree burns for this video to be possible. It's the least you could do. Also, there's a link in the description to my second channel where my dad tells his side of the story while my brother Colson makes inappropriate jokes at my expense. I'll see you tomorrow, buddy. Hot as a fever. Don't make a sound. Ooh, I forgot I had toaster strudel. I know they're watching. They're watching.